Hey everyone, have you ever seen errors in your JavaScript code like undefined variable? If yes, then that could be because of something called hoisting. Today, we're going to talk about what hoisting is and how it works in JavaScript. Before we get into that, it's important to understand two key actions we do with variables and functions: declaration and assignment. When you declare a variable, it's like you're telling JavaScript, hey, I'm going to use a variable. You do this using a special keyword like var, followed by the name you want to give to your variable. You're declaring that there's a variable named myName. At this moment, myName doesn't have a value. It's undefined because we haven't assigned it anything yet. Now let's talk about assignment. After you've told JavaScript you're going to use a variable by declaring it, you'll want to put something into it, like giving it a name or a number. This is called assignment. Here, we have a variable called myName. We assign it a value which is John. Now myName has the value John. Before this point, myName didn't have any value. It was just an empty placeholder waiting for information. Sometimes you can declare a variable and give it a value at the same time, like this. Here, your name is both declared and assigned the value Tom in one go. This is a common way to set up a variable with an initial value. When we access or print any variable, it fetches the value from memory and prints it like this. Alright, now that we know about declaration and assignment, let's learn how JavaScript actually works with our code. Here we have a snippet of JavaScript code. We've got a greeting with var, a status with let, a constant for the maximum size, and a nifty little function. We're attempting to log these to the console before we've technically defined them. Let's see what happens. Alright, so JavaScript's engine does a first scan of the code from top to bottom, where it hoists declarations to the top. Let's break it down step by step. Our var greeting is spotted first. JavaScript hoists it and initializes it with undefined. Think of it as JavaScript saying, I know there should be a greeting, but I'm not sure what it is yet. Next up are user status and max_size, declared by let and const. JavaScript is more cautious with these. It hoists their declarations, but does not initialize them. They enter the stage, but they're behind a curtain called the temporal dead zone until their lines are up. And our function, getWelcomeMSG, JavaScript treats it like a VIP and hoists the entire function to the top. It's ready to be called right from the get-go. Now that the scanning is done and our declarations are hoisted, it's time for the execution phase. Let's start from the top with our console.log statements and see how JavaScript handles each one. When we hit that first console.log greeting, JavaScript checks for greeting and finds it. But remember, it's undefined at this point because only the declaration was hoisted, not the assignment. Moving on to console.log user status, JavaScript looks for user status. Uh-oh, this one's still in the temporal dead zone. The declaration is hoisted, but we can't access it yet, so this line throws a reference error. Next up, console.log maxSize encounters the same fate as user status. It's a const, so it's hoisted, but it's not initialized until the line of its declaration is reached. Another reference error is on the screen. Finally, we have console.log getWelcomeMSGs. Here's where the hoisting magic really shines for function declarations. GetWelcomeMSG is hoisted with its body, so it's ready to execute, and we get a nice welcome message in the console. As we progress through the script, the variable greeting is first assigned the value welcome to the app. Next in line, user status receives the update loading, signaling that something is in process. Following that, max_size is firmly defined as 100, establishing a clear boundary. With their values assigned, these variables have now exited the temporal dead zone, standing by for normal usage. Let's see what happens when we try to log them now. This time, console.log greeting prints welcome to the app to the console because greeting has been assigned its value. Console.log user status now displays loading because user status has also been assigned. And console.log maxSize outputs 100 since max_size has been initialized with its constant value. And there you have it, the execution phase in action, following the groundwork laid by the hoisting phase. We've just explored how JavaScript moves things around. Simply put, var variables pop up to the top without a value, becoming undefined. Let And const also move up, but stay invisible until they're actually created in the code. And for functions, they're ready from the start, complete with all their parts. Keep this in mind, and you'll handle JavaScript like a pro. Alright, now that you've got a handle on hoisting, let's tackle some common interview questions you might encounter on this topic. First up, what does this code output to the console? Take a moment to think about it. If you said undefined, you're spot on. In JavaScript, var declarations like myvar are hoisted to the top, but they don't have a value until the code runs to the assignment. So when we try to log myvar, it exists but doesn't have a value yet. Now, how about this one? What will the console show? This is a bit of a trick. If you guessed reference error, you're absolutely correct. Unlike var, let declarations are not initialized until their line of code is executed, which means we can't access them before they are declared. Moving on to functions, what will this code log? Again, if you said undefined, you nailed it. Inside the function, myfunc, the declaration var myvar is hoisted to the top. It's there, but it's undefined when we try to log it. What about this function call? What's our output? If you predicted hello world, you're doing great. Function declarations are hoisted along with their bodies, so myfunc is already defined and returns the string when we call it. Finally, consider this code block. What will the console display? This is a classic gotcha. The function myfunc has its own var myvar declaration, which hoists to the top of the function scope. It shadows the outer myvar, and since it's hoisted as undefined, that's what we see in the console when we log it. There you have it. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more. Tap the bell to get notifications. Check out other videos on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.